Hey everyone, it is Thursday and I am Pam with Perfectly Holistic. Thank you guys for popping in tonight. We are exciting. I'm very excited to do some energy testing on. We got four kitties and actually one little puppy. So I'm excited to do that. So if you guys are watching tonight, definitely let me know where you're coming from so I can say hello. I love to do this. Hi, Dee Dee. Diane, how are you? I know it's late where you are, isn't it? Bless your heart. And then Renee is here. So I'm excited. Oh, Cheryl, sorry. Um, Cheryl and Chi Chi, I'm excited to test your baby tonight. So if you are watching, definitely drop me a note over here in the comments and let me know. And then as we go through these tats that I'm going to test, let me know if you guys have any questions specifically. So I wanted to start with just a brief reminder of or an explanation about what muscle testing actually is. In case those of you who are watching are not familiar with this whole process, muscle testing has been around for a very, very long time. And it is a holistic modality that people like chiropractors and naturopath doctors, um, nutritionists will sometimes use it, chiropractors, all of that, and natural health, people in natural health. And that is how I learned it because I was going to naturopath clinic and they taught a muscle testing workshop and I was fascinated and I was hooked. And needless to say, it was life changing for me, as well as my pets and now all these clients that I am so blessed to be able to work with. So, muscle testing basically taps into the wisdom of the body, and you're able to ask the body questions, get yes no answers. And depending on how you phrase your questions, or depending on the type of testing that you're doing, the modalities that you're using, you either want to make statements or you want to ask questions. And just a little side note, I am actually teaching a muscle testing workshop online on Saturday, September the 10th. So if you are interested in taking the class, it's $35 and we still have spaces available. So you can hop on over to shop.perfectlyholistic.com. And at the top of the toolbar, it'll say workshops. And so you can sign up there. Just come test, just come see what it's like, learn what muscle testing is, learn the modalities. You're going to practice modalities that day, things that you can take home and start using immediately and build your intuitions. This is how we do this. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets, the better you get at it. So muscle testing does not diagnose, treat, or cure. It just basically finds answers, and it can help you root down to the root cause of things. It can help you figure out what resonates as a stressor with imbalance in the body. Where do we need to provide support in the body? Things like testing supplements or medications or even foods. There's so many things you can test. I mean, it's really limitless what you can test. So it's awesome. And hey, Laura Lee, I know you're here. Thank you so much for coming over and checking this out tonight. And Delta Blue, I can't see her. I think it's Barbara. I think it's right. Barbara up in Vancouver, Canada. Wow, isn't it so cool how we can connect it just online through this community? So, okay, we're going to jump on over. Anybody have any questions in general about muscle testing? Drop them in the chat. I am happy to answer those as we go through. Okay, so I've got some kitties to work on today. So basically, I'm just going to go through what the pet parent submitted their concern was, things that I need to look around. I know some of them were testing for emotions. We're testing some products and some foods and things like that, and a few other concerns. So it's going to be kind of all over the map what we're going to see tonight, I bet. So I am going to share my screen here in just a second. And one of my friends laughed at me, hey, Lindsay, last week because I have just 50 tabs open on my computer. And I go through a lot of these all the time, so they just stay open. So let me go through here. So Laura Lee says, I'm signing up for the workshop, but I still will need your expertise most of the time. And that's okay. That's what I'm here for. But it is so cool to develop this skill yourself so that you don't need me as much. Truly, it's so awesome that you can just start to test things yourself for your cats, for your pets, and figure some things out. You'd be really surprised how simple it is. So you just need coached. You just need some training and some foundations. And I promise anybody can do this. It's not rocket science. We're just building intuition. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. Hang on a second. Okay. And I am going to click here. Don't laugh at all the screens that come open. And I'm going to go all the way over here. Okay, so the first kitty that we are going to test tonight is called JB, or Jackie Brown. I'm going to show you. I'm scrolling up here. Look at this gorgeous girl. Isn't she pretty? Absolutely stunning with those beautiful eyes. And she sent another couple pictures. Look, the close up. Absolutely stunning. She's got to have some Siamese in her. Look at that face. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are going to check Miss Jackie Brown. JB is her name. Okay, so she says, her mama, Sandra, says she was diagnosed with IBD and trichomonas. God, I cannot remember what you said that was, but I am familiar with trichomonas. I just wasn't familiar with what the F stood for. In fact, I had a kitten who had tritric years ago, so I am familiar with that. Okay, she wants to know if the trichomonas, which is a protozoa parasite, guys, and it can cause nasty diarrhea and GI upsets and things like that. So she wants to know, is the TF on used a remedy, and what is the cause of the IBD she has and the TF infection? Well, the TF infection is it can be, from what I recall, it can be acquired through water, sources of water. I don't know if she goes inside or outside. Protozoan parasites, you would have to do a little research. And I recommend that you guys do your research. Don't take everything that I say as, carte blanche. Just do your research. Get some tidbits here and there, and then dig. There's a ton of information online. So if you want to learn more about how cats can pick up things like trichomonas, these protozoa parasites, these amoebic parasites and stuff that they can get, it's often through catteries, through where there's a large group of cats. I know sometimes I've seen through water sources, outside water, probably standing water places. And if you think about that, we can track that stuff in on our shoes. They can walk on the floors. So it's kind of hard to know exactly where those come from. She's also asking, is she getting relief from the prednisolone she's getting daily? And is she still nauseated? And does the Serenia help her nausea? And is boneless meat best for her? So let's start. And I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm going to pull her picture out. There we go. Oops. Hang on. Pull you over here. And then I'm going to scroll back up to her questions. So how are we doing so far? I can't see your comments, so I'll go back to the screen in just a second. Okay, so I am using a pendulum. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is a stainless steel pendulum. And with a pendulum, you can ask questions or make statements. So for questions, my guesses are clockwise. Whenever I get a yes question, it's clockwise. And when I have a no answer, or when I'm asking a question, I get a no, it's going to be counterclockwise. So did you see how that just kind of changed directions on its own? So a positive for me is this direction, and a negative for me is the other direction. And I'm just letting the thing swing. So that's how simple that is. Yes, it takes practice. So I am picking up on her energy. I'm asking her body questions because she has an energetic aura that is just as accurate as online here with a photo as it is if she were sitting right here, because there is a law of the universe that says energy is all connected and it can be influenced across the universe no matter where two people, pets, whatever are, their energies are connected. Um, and that's what's one of the cool things about muscle testing is you don't have to be right with the person or the pet that you're testing. You can pick up on their energetic frequency just using their picture. So it's really cool. It makes working remote really easy. So let's start with the first question. So she wants to know, is the Trichomonas, which is parasite, is it totally gone? So let's see. So does Trichomonas still resonate with her? Yes, it does. So no, it's not gone. I'm not sure what home remedy that you used, but I am betting. Okay, hang on a second. I get these intuitive downloads just from training and practice. Homeopathy can benefit this? Yes, would. Podophyllum, Cryptosporidium. Would Podophyllum benefit? Okay, so Podophyllum, I'll put it in the note. Podophyllum, and let's see. Would a 30C, would a 200C? A 200C potency is testing well for that. Okay, so if you want more details, reach out to me and I can definitely send you like the protocol or something for that. But Podophyllum 200C would help clear up that parasite. Okay, what is the cause? Well, there's a lot of potential causes of IBD, but parasites are one of them. So IBD resonates with her, yes. And is this due to parasite? Yeah, I think the parasite, see that's strong? That's a big yes. That's a very strong positive answer. So parasite, if you can address the parasite, then the IBD symptoms should clear up because that is resonating as a root cause. And just for clarity, we're going to ask a couple more questions. So, are environmental toxins the cause of IBD? Are food stressors the cause? Are steroids the cause? Are parasites the cause? See, it changed. Parasite is cause. So, yeah, good catch on the TF. So, we treat that. IBD issues should go away. Is she getting relief from the prednisolone? Yes. Is the prednisolone necessary? No. So if we can treat the TF, you shouldn't need the steroid anymore. Steroids could do a lot of damage to the GI tract, especially for cats with IBD. There's a lot of damage going on in that area anyway in the microbiome. So the sooner you can get off the steroids, the better. Okay, and let's see if she's nauseated. Is nausea due to the parasite? Yeah, it's all parasite related. Does the Serenia help with the nausea? Yes, but let's see. Would Podophyllum help with nausea? No. Would Nux vomica? Nux vomica homeopathy would help with that nausea. So if you wanted to try that, and then let me see. Would Ipecac, Iris versicolor? No, Nux vomica. Nux vomica, if you wanted a non-drug option for the nausea, then try Nux vomica 30C. Let's see. Do bones? I'm not sure what she's eating. Boneless meat. Do bones aggravate or upset your stomach on any level? No, it's probably the parasites. They're nasty. They cause a lot of havoc. And I'm reading your stuff. Is the boneless meat beneficial for her? Yes. Would meat with bones also be beneficial for her? Both would be. I'm not sure if she eats raw. I'm going to swing over here and look at comments real quick. So, okay. I am looking at comments. Okay. Just making sure I wasn't missing any questions. So I'm going to go back over here to the sweet girl. Okay. So let me clear my thoughts for a second. Boneless or bone in, if you're doing a raw diet, which kind of makes me think you might be because you're asking about bones. So, and usually in a commercial raw, the bone content is so small, but it does add some nutrient benefits. But if you wanted to find boneless, that would be fine too. They're probably going to have some additional supplements in there to replace whatever that bone content was providing in terms of nutrition. And let's see, are there any emotional blocks? Nope. Are there any food stressors at this time? Nope. So foods are okay. So I hope that helps give you some ideas, Sandy, for your sweet girl, JB. So let's close this one out. So, okay, any questions from anybody on the sweet girl JB, Jackie Brown, or anything that I found there? Let me know. And okay, we're gonna switch over back to this little sweetheart. Okay, so Barbara, and you are in Canada. This is Kit Kit. Isn't she cute? Okay, let me pull her picture out. I can put it over here. And we're going to scroll, and so I can see the questions. Okay, so Kit Kit is 17 and a half years old. She has kidney disease, arthritis, and gets sub-Q fluids at home every 3 days. She has a runny nose on the left side, which is much better since taking Catalyst since March. Yay, that's such a good product. And her runny nose used to be white, thick whitish, but now it's clear. That's good. And she sleeps most of the day, but is wide awake at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty normal for cats. Remember, they're crepuscular, so they like to get up at dawn because that's when, by nature, they would go out and hunt. So that's why she's decided either you're the prey or she's trying to tell you that she wants to play or she wants to eat something, right? She says, I've ordered the PEMF kitty bed, awesome, to arrive by mid-September. PEMF technology is pulsed electromagnetic frequency, which is awesome technology for improving blood flow and circulation, and it can help with a number of health issues. They started this kind of technology many years ago. I don't know how long ago. I learned about it probably 6 or 7 years ago through the technology called Beamer. There's a Beamer mat. And now there's so many devices that are PEMF devices. So, you could use it for people or for pets, but they're awesome and can provide so many benefits for any underlying health condition. So she wants to know, let's see, I guess her concerns are kidney disease. She's runny nose. Let's look at, so for kidney disease, are the sub-Q fluids once every 3 days beneficial? Yes, so that's good. And you didn't clarify or share what kind of support besides sub-Q she was getting for kidney disease. So I'm going to ask a couple questions. So would let's see, is a FOS binder necessary or beneficial at this time? Okay, good. She doesn't need that. I'm not sure what kind of diet she's on. Would she benefit from would she benefit from omega-3s? So omega-3 oils daily for cats with kidney disease would be like ideal. And then would kidney support supplements be beneficial? Yes. And would ion gut support? Yes. So ion gut support, hello, one of my favorite supplements is developed by Dr. Zach Bush. It's made of humic acid. So it's a soil-based product, but it protects the kidney cell walls. So it does the same type of protection in the intestinal lining for cats who have intestinal disease, leaky gut, dysbiosis, things like that, microbiome issues. It's great for sealing those tight junctions again to help restore the immune system. So any cat with kidney disease, any cat with IBD or gastrointestinal issues most likely would benefit from ion gut support. I carry that in my store because I'm such a fan of the product. So that would be really beneficial for the kidney disease, just as general support. And the fluids are doing great. Um, the PIMP technology will also help the arthritis because, again, it's blood flow and circulation. And then you didn't mention if she's on any kind of support for arthritis, but let's see, like a mobility support be beneficial for her? Yes. So if you're not, you might want to consider adding some sort of movement or joint with there's so many really great products out there, but omega-3s also help that. And just like a specific mobility joint supplement with probably hyaluronic acid, if I can get that word out, glucosamine, MSM, green lip mussel. Um, Herbsmith makes one that even has boswellia, which is from frankincense, and I think there's one other herb, I can't remember. Great stuff, great joint support and help for mobility. So those would be some ideas. And then find out what the runny nose is all about. Is this environmental sensitivity? So it's environmental. So I would look at figuring out like what's blooming in your area. Is it grasses, weeds, trees, dust? Um, it will cycle throughout the year. So providing the immune support starts in the gut. So we get that really strong and healthy. That will help the immune response. But you can use things like um, homeopathy to help with runny nose and allergy symptoms. So it says runny nose is allium cepa, no. Would arsenicum album, no. Would nut myrrh, nut myrrh 30C, probably a couple times a day until the symptoms stop, would help clear that up. That is Natrum Muraticum 30C. And I'm going to pop back over here. Okay, let me go right in here real quick. Okay, I'm going to write in here ion gut support for pets. That was one. And then the other one was Natrum Muraticum 30C. Allergies. It's one of many remedies for allergies. So there's not just one, and there's thousands of remedies out there. So you have to do a little research. It's not hard. Do a Google search, homeopathy for, and then fill in the blank. Is it, runny nose, allergies, itching? I mean, there's just all these different things that you can look up, and then all these articles will come up. With recommendations and descriptions of exactly what that particular symptom looks like with the remedy. And so you go through all the remedies and you match. Oh my gosh, I do get sneezing and this runny nose, and it happens at this time of day, or it's worse at this time of day, or better at this time of day, or it might be on one side of the, whatever it might be. and you just go through and you find which remedy best matches. You're not going to find something 100%, but what best matches that particular condition, and that's the remedy that you use. Now, if you know how to muzzle test, then you just muzzle test, or you can energy test with pendulum or fingers or whatever, and you can find the remedy that way too. So I hope I'm giving you guys some good ideas. Madison, I'm not sure what you were asking about. You said, what was that called? So I'm on a different screen. So if you want to, I don't know if you meant ion gut support or if you meant PEMF technology. I'm going to put that in here too. PEMF. So you guys can go do some research. It's awesome. PEMF technology. Okay, coming back over here. So just want to make sure I get everything covered. Catalyst is good because it's got antioxidants in it. So, anytime you have antioxidant support, you're providing immune support. So that's probably why it's better. And then I want to see just real quick, would liver support be beneficial? Yes, you see that? Liver support, like a milk thistle. Let's see, would milk thistle be sufficient? Yes. Would N-acetylcysteine, glutathione? No. Okay, so milk thistle. She's 17 and a half. Chances are her liver is probably a little sluggish. She's a nice little old lady. So providing a regular liver support, like every, I don't know, once a quarter, do it for 3 weeks, can really help the liver support and the lymphatics. Just because, we live in a toxic world. We all need to do liver support throughout the year several times. So that is just something I would put on your calendar for your pets to regularly add some kind of a liver support. I love milk thistle because there's so many benefits to milk thistle. And if the liver is sluggish and it's just kind of stagnant, if it's not able to really filter those toxins efficiently and work effectively, then you will have, and I would say, I don't want to say abnormal and histamine response, but milk thistle can support the liver in a way that kind of promotes normal histamine response. So if you're having allergy issues, you're having gut issues, the liver is part of that detox process. So keep the liver healthy and your allergies will improve. So providing some milk thistle support for her, probably about 3 to 4 weeks, would be really helpful. And you may see those allergies start to clear up. So I hope that was helpful. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. So Madison says, yes, the ion gut support. Thanks. Is that good for heart kitties? Yeah, I would think so, because, chances are, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, a cat who has a heart issue probably doesn't just have heart issue. So there might be intestinal issues there. There might be some digestive issues. The stronger the microbiome, the stronger the body, because that's your overall immune system. So immune health is great. And when you look at older cats, especially, having that kidney support with the ion gut support is awesome. And just reinforcing that strong integrity of the intestinal walls, closing those tight junctions, everything can help and be beneficial. And that is in Purrrfectly Holistic's web store. So you can go find that under gut health. And so, okay, I'm going to move back here and we are going to go on to Diane. Diane submitted, this is, I got to find it. There she is. This is salsa. Let me pull this out. There she is. Let me pull this one out. This is good. Okay, so Diane wants to know, just precious girl. Okay, So she is afraid of Diego, who is another resident kitty who likes to be king of his castle. And she's a very fussy eater. So I'm going to start with, I'm thinking, I'm picking up emotional blocks. So are there emotional blocks at this time? Yes. Okay. So she could probably do she would definitely benefit from some energy work to kind of clear those emotional blocks. And Diego is a stressor at this time. Yes. So, and those emotional blocks are most likely due to him, plus there may be others. So, if we can give her some help in that regard to clear those stressors, that helps her relax and be more at ease and comfortable. But the other thing that you can also do is color therapy, and simply taking the color of, well, let's figure out what colors. So is there one color? Are there two colors? Okay. So I'm seeing green and yellow is coming to mind. So yellow, green, that makes sense. So green can be very grounding and very calming. So cats who are anxious and kind of nervous, um, insecure, green, just think green. Think the color grass, okay? Going outside, sitting in the grass and being very grounding. It's very calming. Uh, Provide her something with green to sit on or sleep on, and give her the option, because when they don't need it anymore, they walk away and they leave it. So you could use a towel. It could be a pillow, a blanket, a shirt. It doesn't really matter, but try to a piece of paper. You can even put um, a color of, a food. It can be like a people food. If you have nothing else but like a green zucchini or something, you can put that next to her in the bed. It's the color, it's the vibrational frequency of green that is giving off that energy that they are attracted to. Let's see. And then yellow, she's a fussy eater. So that tells me GI wise, um, digestive issues, probably. And it can be linked to emotional blocks, especially if she's real anxious. There are emotions that are stored in the stomach and the small intestines and the large intestines that are about anxiety and being unsure of themselves. So even emotions can imprint on foods that make them very picky, which affects the taste buds and the sensors in the mouth. They call them gustatory cortex and cells. That's where all the cells that's where you taste, that sends the messages from the brain. It says, I like this, I don't like this, I want to eat this, I don't want to eat this. So that sometimes cats can be very wishy-washy in that regard. So yellow, circling back to color therapy, coincides with the solar plexus, which is where you find the stomach and the small and large intestines and the pancreas and things like that. So color yellow would be really beneficial for her as well. So give her that option to see if that helps some of the digestion issues. And then as far as the picky eating, let's see. Is sugar a stressor at this time? No. Are there proteins that are stressors? Yes. So is there one? Are there two? There's two. Is chicken is a stressor? Is y'all here, Aylin? Come here. What are you doing? You want to come see? Come here. Yeah, come here. Come help. Come help. Well, maybe she's not coming in. So chicken is one. And Diane, I'm not sure what others, let's see. Oh, here she is. Hi, baby girl. Would you like to say hello? Would you like to say hi? Say hi. No? Okay. There you go. So she just wants to be held. So we're checking. Okay, so is salmon resonate? No. Is tuna a stressor? Is beef a stressor for her? Is duck? Is Key is duck. Is there a seafood that's a stressor? No. Okay, so chicken is a yes. Okay. Is there another protein that's a stressor? Yes. Rabbit, lamb, beef, pork, venison, boar. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not getting clarity on the second one. But chicken for sure. Chicken for sure. What are you doing? Okay. Come back here. Okay, so she's eating turkey, lamb, beef. Okay. She's not eating chicken anymore. She's eating egg. Okay, so let's check turkey, lamb, beef, egg. Okay, here we go. So at this time, is turkey a stressor for her? No. At this time, is beef a stressor? Okay, beef is coming up. At this time, is lamb. Okay, lamb and beef. Yeah. So what you may want to do is, well, let's double check. And is chicken also. See if you can switch those proteins up for a little bit. Give her body a rest from it and then go back to it after, a few weeks. Let her kind of clear it out some. Unless you want to do some work together and you can clear those stressors, and that helps it go much, much faster. Seafood, no. Okay, these are just the things I thought of. So whitefish, let's check. Is egg a stressor? Nope. Is whitefish? Nope. Nope, not those. So let's see. So I know that you're kind of sensitive to herbs in your home, but like a comforting garden or an anxiety garden, herbs, if you guys go to naturallycats.com, look at her herb gardens, and under the herb gardens, she lists specific herbs, and you can get some ideas to make your own herb gardens and just kind of place them down on a towel in little piles and let the cat self-select. So it's just nice to let them have a choice in what they feel their body needs. It's like their own muscle testing. They know. They just know. Okay. So she says, okay, I'm reading your comments. So Diane says she has some cheaper pouches because she won't always eat the catkin. Yeah, and there might be other ingredients in the catkin, like an oil or a thickener. Not familiar enough with those ingredients to know what's in it, but that can also be a stressor. So just kind of keep that in mind. But I'm doing low chicken, and there are only 2 with thickener. Okay. I don't know what low phoned. Check your text because that's not coming through clearly to me. She's tried organic rose buds, chamomile buds. Okay. Spirulina. Okay. It can be different. Every cat's different in what they need. So you just keep trying, try different things until you find something that works. And it's not a one size fits all. It's not going to be, this is always going to be what, when you find those 2 or 3 herbs that she really likes, guess what? They can change. So it's not guaranteed that it's always going to be those 3. Sometimes you might need something else. And then sometimes those 2 or 3 might just do the trick. So you just have to keep trying. Give them lots of options. Okay, so she says low phosphorus diet. Okay, let's see. Low phosphorus chicken. Okay, so they don't have thickeners. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm just going to ask for you, is a low phosphorus diet necessary for her? I'm getting a no. I don't know if it's somebody else in the house that needs a low phosphorus diet, but a low phosphorus diet is not necessary for her. If that makes your life easier, I'm not sure. but I hope that helps. Okay. Do we have any questions about catkin or about salsa? Yeah, not all senior cats need a low phosphorus diet. So you have to go with what the body needs, not just the age. We treat the cat, not the age, okay? Um, you have to just honor what the body needs because every body is different. So like some cats will need a low phosphorus diet, some cats don't right away. Some cats yeah, I know it's common that they wanna do that for all seniors. They wanna put, everything in one big group. It's a one size fits all, and that's not really how health should be. Health is should be very individualized because everybody is unique. So every cat is unique. They all have their own unique needs. Um, so it's not necessary if that helps make your life easier. And, her gums are inflamed. Well, let's see. I don't know if that's due to phosphorus, but does the immune system resonate? Yes. Okay. Does virus is coming into my head? Virus is really strong. Um, your gums are inflamed. Is this viral? I'm getting a yes. Is this Kalichi virus? It's Kalichi virus. That is not a very common condition or not a condition, symptom. It's not a common symptom for Kalichi, but in many cases, they think it's stomatitis and it's Kalichi virus because it has very similar type of symptoms, and it can result in inflamed gums and even ulcers in the mouth and outside the mouth. So using some sort of an antiviral support would be really, really helpful for her and build her immune system. Seal or heal her gut, because again, if we can balance her microbiome that houses the immune system, then her body's going to be better equipped to fight off these outbreaks and having things like the inflamed gums in the mouth. So finding some antiviral support, yeah, it's definitely Kalichi virus. And let's see. Okay. All right. So I've got one more to go. And let's see here. Actually, two. I need to speed it on up here. Okay, so this is our little dog Olive for tonight. I'm going to pull up. This is a tiny picture. Sorry, I can't make it bigger. If I do, then I can't see the screen. Oh, there we go. Look at that sweet girl. Okay. So yes, you can muscle test on dogs too. Okay, so her issue is anxiety and nervousness, which is fairly new for her. She's 15. So I would ask Shar if have there been any changes in the home? Have there been any incidents that when you started noticing the change in her behavior? Was there a change in your schedule? And I'm going to scoot over here and look for your comments. But I'm thinking, there can be environmental stressors that cause the anxiety and nervousness. It can be like a separation anxiety if our schedule changes. It can be emotional blocks. And it can also be due to vaccines. There's a rabies vaccine, and one of the energetics of that virus is fear. So if you can trace back when those symptoms started, even if it seems like it's an insignificant thing to you, there's always dots to connect. And so that is the key. You have to be a really good detective. So let's check Miss Olive for emotional blocks. Are there emotional blocks? Yes. Are there environmental stressors at this time? I'm getting a yes. Hello, Miss Aylin. What you doing? She's helping. Okay. And are there people that resonate as stress? No. Are there pets that resonate as stress? No. Okay. Does a vaccine resonate? Nope. Okay, that's good. And let's see what else we can think of. Oh, the emotional blocks is this energetics from your environment. Okay. I'm getting a big yes on this, and I don't know anything about your home situation, your personal situation, but a lot of times pets will pick up on the energy in the home. So if I were to do a whole test on her to figure out what emotions resonate and things like that, it would be interesting to see if whatever emotions come up, if people in the home are feeling those emotions, sometimes they don't belong to the pet. They're just absorbing the energy from their environment. So that is something we all need to be aware of, because our pets are like little canaries in the coal mine. They're like the thermometers in our home. They pick up on the energetics of the environment. They pick up on our emotions, and they will reflect those back to us. So that's one of the things that I would ask. That's kind of like a little drop that I got in my head when I was checking. So I'm wondering if energy is coming from the home. See, that's a very strong yes. So I would say, Charlotte, I would just check your own energy, people in the home, um, figure out if you can figure out where it might be coming from, because it's not coming from vaccine. Um, it's not coming from daily activity, environmental stress. Is it metabolic stress? No, it's environmental stress. It's definitely coming from environment. So is it people? I'm getting people. People. So it's either you or somebody else in the home. She's picking up on that stress. So that is my best tip for that. Now, the key, of course, is identifying who or whom that might be reflective of. And the people need to address their own stress and deal with that, because then she won't take it up anymore. In the meantime, you can give her color therapy. I'm seeing the color green. Green is coming up for her. So again, use the color green some way for her. Is there one color that resonates best? So yeah, green. And then herb garden. I would look for anxiety garden. What about a comforting, uplifting? No, anxiety garden. So anything that's going to be calming. Um, there's a bunch. Hang on, I'm going to figure this out for you. Give you some ideas. Anxiety garden. So herbs like angelica root, chamomile, hops, lavender, St. John's wort, valerian root. All these are really good herbs that are calming and can help her feel a little bit more secure and grounded. Okay, so I'm coming back over here to Sandy. The TF treatment using Natrum Muraticum 30C. Okay, that's what she's using. She eats raw. It seems like she was avoiding bones and commercial food. It may not have been the bones. It may have been something else in the commercial food, but as long as she's eating, that's awesome. I mean, raw is the best diet, in my opinion, for cats. So, okay, I was going to write in here. So, Podophyllum, I'm going to write in here, Podophyllum 200C. That is a remedy for those nasty little parasites. And I don't know that Natrum. Let me go check. Oh, let me go close this. Sandy. Let's go back to your girl. Okay, so Natrum Mur 30C. No, that's not working. That's not going to do it. So does Natrum Mur the right remedy for her? No. Podophyllum is that's a yes. So we need to switch the remedy. Okay. Okay. We're going to go to my last one, and it is Miss Chi-Chi. Let me pull her picture up. Look at this cutie pie. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to your questions. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Chi-Chi has raised, it's a little boy. He has raised kidney levels. Okay, she's trying to feed a little raw, which is awesome. Even for cats with kidney disease, y'all, raw diets are still excellent. However, raw diets are not excellent for every cat, so it's important to muscle test, which I'm going to do right now. So let's ask, is raw diet beneficial for him? Yes, so that's really good for him. Okay, and so is chicken beneficial? Is beef liver beneficial? Yes, he seems to like it. That's good because they're good. So do you want to switch to more raw? I would agree. As long as he's liking it, I would definitely go to raw. I'm not sure what supplements you've been giving for kidney, but ion gut support would be one I would definitely do. That's a good one. And definitely more moisture in the diet. Omega-3 oils would be something which would be really good. And then you have micro boost and electrolyze, which is humic and fulvic. So humic and fulvic acid, excellent. And sardines, anchovy, hemp seed oil, are all of those oils beneficial? Yes. So those are all good. Those are beneficial. Is pumpkin beneficial for him as well? Yes. And sometimes older cats, they do get constipated a little bit. So you can add just, pumpkin every other day, like a half a teaspoon or quarter to a half a teaspoon into their food. Or you could even do psyllium husk. You could use acacia fiber. You could do pureed artichokes. There's lots of different good fiber options to help just keep them more regular. And some older cats do need that support. Even coconut chips, like ground coconut, that's awesome too. Or coconut oil, if they'll eat that. And let's see, trying to find a good brand of wet food. Mainly Koa. Koa's fine. Tiki Cat's a good brand as well. Okay, that's great. So he's been at the mountain home and loves to get out in the fresh air and sunshine. That's awesome. Yes, cats love being out in the fresh air and the sun. So yeah, there's a lot of really good independent small brands that make good foods. You just have to read the labels and you have to find something that agrees with your cat. Sometimes the thickeners can be a problem. Sometimes the oils in them can be a stressor. So you just have to kind of keep trying until you find something and try to rotate their proteins to give them a little bit more diversity in their microbiome. And add that fresh water, add some bone broth, add some goat milk into their wet food. Whatever you can do to add just some nutrition, some moisture, this is all going to be beneficial. Let's see. And there are supplements that you can also look at adding for kidney support. I know that Feline Essential has a kidney kit, which is great. It involves antioxidants like catalyst and urinary cat, which is vitamin C. So those are great. But then there's like herbal mixtures, like Pet Wellbeing has a kidney support gold. NHB Naturals has one called Tripsy. There's probably a lot more. Like Ask Ariel has a kidney support as well. So you just have to try until you figure out what your cat will take, what they like, what they don't like, and switch it up, add some variety. Okay, So psyllium, I'm coming back over to here to see your comments. Chi is a him. Did I say her again? I'm sorry. Sorry, Chi. Okay. Psyllium works great as fiber. Yeah, if that helps. She only needs 3. Yeah, it's very tiny. You don't need a whole lot of psyllium. She says he uses renotrophin. I am not familiar with drug names, and that's not my wheelhouse. It sounds like a kidney. Obviously, Rena is renal, so kidney. Trophin, familiar with that product. But if it's working, if it's natural, awesome. Definitely go with it. I'm a firm believer that you can't let me rephrase. Your cat's with kidney disease. I hate calling it kidney disease. It's kind of unfair to the cat because you go in for, okay, it's a supplement. Okay, awesome. Then definitely go with that. So, you go in for blood work and your cat comes home and the vet calls you and says, oh, they have kidney disease, and your heart sinks. And it's really unfair because they start putting this fear into you when they label it with stages, stage 1 kidney disease, and oh, they need to start on this prescription diet and all this. It's like, no, they don't. They just need to have the proper diet, number 1, and the proper support for the organ. And sometimes those numbers can be reversed. I saw it with my own cat, Lily. She lived for at least 8 years on 25% kidney. So she was like stage 3 kidney for 8 years, never lost weight, thrived, played, had great energy. She had no issues. So I kind of cringe when, that's just kind of put the fear into you when they say, oh, he's got kidney disease. Look at these values. And they're just a little bit over norm. It's not a reason to freak out and get all scared. So you just have to do your research and find ways to support the body. And sometimes the body can rebalance. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts, my 2 cents worth on that. So Renee says, vets just slightly raised levels. Yeah. So yeah, the supplement, the diet, moisture, omega-3s, humic acid, all those great things collectively, synergistically, they work so well together, and they can reverse potentially. Every cat's body responds differently. We go back to that, being unique. Every cat's body should be treated uniquely, not lumped into a category as a one size fits all. You just got to test, muscle test. That's what I do. So that's my secret. That's all I had for tonight. So if you guys have, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and drop them in. Hi, Betsy. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're watching. So, okay. And so I'm going to drop real quick in here for anybody, just in case you might want to do this. This is the link to the muscle testing workshop. Give me just a second. And I'm going to drop it in here. It is not this Saturday, but it is next Saturday. And it will be recorded. So if you're not able to make the workshop, you will be sent the recording of the whole thing. So you could even watch it and attend later. But it is virtual. It's online. It's about an hour and a half. And if you want to learn more, I highly recommend it because it can be life-changing. And it can be very helpful. And you'll find it fun. You'll find it really fun. Awesome. Okay, so Elizabeth has a question. She says, what about my 18-year-old cat with kidney disease with high blood pressure of 200 with CHF? Hang on. Y'all, I don't do acronyms very well. Tell me what CHF means. I'm drawing a blank. I know that's not, I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means. Can you type it in? Remember, I don't live in the vet world, so I don't remember. I don't know all these acronyms. There's a few that I remember, but not all of them. Oh, thank you. Okay. I was thinking congestive heart failure. Okay. You know, there are great herbal supplements that you can use for heart support in addition to kidney support, and keep that liver functioning because it helps filter waste and toxins. The kidneys help filter waste and toxins, hygiene it. Um, just find if there's an organ that needs support, we support it. If there's if it can help systematically, it's awesome. So, if it gives you 6 more months, a year longer with your pet, it's worth it, right? So we wish they could live forever. She says he constantly wants to eat nonstop. And Elizabeth, Betsy, I'm wondering if I'm sorry, that's Elizabeth. Have they ruled out hyperthyroidism? Because hyperthyroidism is sometimes linked to high blood pressure. So you may want to have his thyroid levels checked. So that's a first thing I would test to see if a thyroid issue is the reason why he's acting hungry all the time. Um, okay, so yeah, they ruled out his thyroid. Okay, then I would look at the diet and see if maybe he's just not absorbing his food. There could be digestion issues. The type of food that they eat really matters. I would eliminate anything with starches. Any dry food should be off the table. We want to make sure that they are absorbing their nutrients, because if they're not, then they will act starving all the time, no matter how much you feed them. So we want to make sure that that's the case. If you want to do more of a deep dive with me, I have a service called Optimal Cat Health Analysis, where it is a deep dive energetically using muscle testing. Oh, good. She provides all raw. We did test, let's do an analysis. Let's deep dive energetically to see where the stressors are, where there's imbalance. There may be emotional issues going at play. The leptin hormone, which is the hormone that tells the brain when when the stomach is full. Sometimes that energetically is blocked, that communication is blocked, so they can act hungry all the time. So it's just an energetic imbalance. So there's things that we can do to clear those frequencies. So yeah, that might be worth just doing a deep dive and see where we can provide support, and what the body needs, and what resonates and what doesn't resonate. So it's my baby girl. Let's see what else. So yes, I don't know who that. Okay, on my end of the screen it says Facebook user. So hello, Facebook user. She says, don't forget hyperthyroid disease is also caused by rabies overdoses. They have linked hyperthyroidism to overvaccination. So be careful. Oh, and I do have a new service now. So if you guys need a vaccine detox for those cases where vets are just unreasonable and refuse to see your pet without automatically revaccinating them, if you live in an unfriendly county or state that will not let you out of things like that, then I highly recommend that you detox every single vaccine that's not necessary, like the rabies vaccine. And by the way, the FVRCP vaccine is not required by law. So do not give your cat that every year, every 3 years. They don't need that. And in most cases, 1 or 2, if it didn't take the first vaccine, typically the second vaccine, their bodies can provide it will provide their body's immunity for up to typically all of their. So don't automatically just revaccinate with the VRCP vaccine either, because it's really not helping your pet, and it doesn't provide more immunity. It just starts to compromise the immune system, and then you have all these other problems. So yes, so I hope I gave you guys some tips, something to think about at least. And If you have any questions, I'm going to drop my email in here so you know how to reach out if you have other questions or if you want to do any a cat health analysis. All of that is on my website. I'm going to put that link in here as well. Link address. Oh, let me go back. Let me drop this in here. You guys like my little assistant over here tonight? She's something else, I tell you. And one more thing I'm going to drop in here is the vaccine detox protocol. One second. Hi, Aylin. Are you? She's so funny. Okay. Do you see? Yeah. You're a good assistant. Yeah, you are. You're so helpful. Yeah. I totally agree with you. One FVRCP provides lifetime protection. Yes. Love it. Yes. It's not required. Do not automatically give in every time you go in and they're like, oh, it's time for their FVRCP. No, it's not. And oh, by the way, if you guys live in the state of Texas, did you know there's an exemption in the state of Texas from the rabies vaccine? Your vet will not tell you that, but you have to ask for it. I think the document says something like if your pet bites someone and they haven't had a rabies vaccine, then they would have to be quarantined at the vet's clinic for like 2 weeks or something. So ask for the exemption. That's all I can say. And you may have to fight. But this little one here did not get a rabies vaccine because I fought and I signed an exemption. And she's fine. She's healthy. So, right? Anyway. So, okay, so one other, yeah, you just have to ask for, when they start to come back to you and say, well, it's required by law, you can say, well, the state of Texas has a rabies exemption, and I will be happy to sign that document. And then just shut up and just let them provide that document for you. Because I had to put up a fight before my vet even brought it up. I didn't even know it existed. And she's like, well, you could just sign an exemption. I said, I'll sign whatever. She's not going to bite anybody. So it's not an issue. So yes, you just got to ask. They will not share that with you. So thank you. I'm glad that helps somebody out there. Okay. So there's another one. So Barbara says, my cat had hyperthyroid and had the, I-131 treatment. Yes, iodine treatment. It worked, but she has had the energy of roadkill. Oh, bless her heart. Now she's better, but still pretty quiet. She now just wants to go on the patio. There's probably some stuff we could do to help the energy levels. If you think about it, radiation is radiation. So maybe some detox and some overall immune support would help the energy. The energetic system may be impaired or impacted energetically. That's where your cellular energy takes place, from ATP inside the cell, the mitochondria, and all of that. So that might be something to explore. Okay. So, guys, we are going to call it a night. Thank you so much for checking this out today, and look forward to doing this again for you next month. So anyway, thanks from Georgetown, Texas, and from Aylin and I, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.